Hello, my name is Georgi Dauman. I'm Senior Technical Marketing Architect at VMware. In this video, I will demonstrate to you how to use VMware Cloud Sizer. VMware Cloud Sizer is a free online tool that helps to estimate VMware Cloud on AWS environment based on customers' requirements. It could be used for greenfield deployments, migration planning, or expanding existing VMware SDDC. Depending on the requirements, VMware Cloud Sizer could be used for rough estimates based on industry averages, or could provide more accurate information using performance data of customers' workloads. Easiest way to access VMware Cloud Sizer service is to go to https://vmc.vmware.com/sizer URL. We will start with a quick sizer, which is appropriate for initial sizing and uses default assumptions. It supports manual inputs based on number of the virtual machines and their average compute and storage requirements. Quick Sizer provides you the option to input several basic parameters. Workload type, acting as a quick preset and affecting VM configuration and I/O pattern. You would also need to provide number of virtual machines. You can change vCPU per core value, which is CPU overcommit factor. After that, you can put average values for virtual machines configuration, vCPU, VRAM, storage, or you can switch and provide input totals instead. In the recommendations, we can select specific host type, which by default is i4. We could also click checkbox to enable stretched cluster, which would consider host deployment in different availability zones. If you click on additional info, you would drill down to resource breakdown, showing vCPU, memory, and storage consumed by workloads. SDDC and cluster tab provides information based on configuration maximums for VMC on AWS, size of the appliance, and stretched cluster usage. Headroom and vSAN policy represents the reserved CPU cores, which is 15% by default, failures to tolerate, and fault tolerance method used with vSAN. Sizing assumptions provide list of values used for the calculation. You can download PDF report with all sizing information and details. Lastly, you can save project with sizing details and recommendations for future usage and reference. Let's take a look at another sizing option, Host-Based Sizer. It is a simple tool that allows you to understand the amount of available resources based on the number of hosts in the cluster. On the basic settings page, you need to provide number of hosts and their type. You could also consider stretched cluster requirements and whether to include management overhead. Additional tab allows you to change default values used for the calculation. Hyperthreading, which is applicable only for i4i and i3en hosts, vCPU and RAM overcommit ratio, and storage efficiency and fault tolerance policy. Recommendations section contains details of available capacity and assumptions used for calculation. You can also download PDF report which contains summary information for your reference.